Good morning. My name is Leanna from Pastryqueen's Farm Adventures, and today we're going to make a Phoebe Moon quilt called Dino Rocks. And I got this. This was sent to me by Carmen's Quilt Shop, and it is a kit. She puts it in one of these lovely little pouches, and everything you need is in here. So let's get started. So Dino Rocks is a QT panel quilt. So you're going to cut everything to what the pattern reads. Since it's not my pattern, I can't give you any measurements, but I could show you what I do. So the first thing is we're going to take our squares. Our squares are in two colorways, which I should show you here, which is blue and yellow. What I've done is I take one of my triangles and I sew 1/4 inch and press out. I did this with both colorways. Now we're going to put in the next one. So as you can see here, I'm trying to make a triangle unit. So I'm going to come in here and make sure that I have basically a 90-degree angle here, and I'm going to sew right along 1/4 inch. They say, you know, your scant 1/4 inch. I just do what I usually use. And I'm just making sure, because yes, I put this wrong at the first time. And so I have to make sure, double check what I'm doing. So we have these. We're going to grab our pressing mat. If you're interested, I do have how to make this. And we are going to come right here and over here. And we have our triangles ready to go. Now, there are some little dog ears right here. We're going to just cut those right off. I snipped them right off. Just less bulk. So now I have my triangles. I need 4 of them. All right, 4 of them. And then I have my square here. And what I'm going to do is we're going to put one of these triangles. Let me put this back. I think you can get a better view. Here we are. I will put this right here. And you can take this in half like this. Find the middle point, which you know because of that. You could take your square in half and find the middle point there. And then kind of line it up. And then that will give you exactly where this triangle should be. I just kind of eyeball it and make sure I have 1/4 inch hanging out, like little wings, tips, whatever you want to call them, dog ears hanging out 1/4 inch. And then I come in here and sew 1/4 inch. So in the directions, I do believe it says something between a scant 1/4 inch and your 1/4 inch. Now I have both sides done. All right. So in this case, I am going to press towards the block. And again, press towards the block, the main block, and press. So on the back, you will see how I have that pressed. Oops, yeah, I just want to make sure I have that pressed nice. Okay, see how I have that pressed. All right, I'm going to come in here, take my other 2 triangles, all right, and place them. Again, looking about 1/4 inch, you can, again, do that little trick I showed you where you can press by hand. A little tip to find out where the center point is and do that. So many ways of doing things. You just do what works for you. This is a judge-free zone. I am not the police nor the detective. I just sew for fun. And now I have this, and then on this, I am going to press out. I found that this actually makes my seams lay flat. I did try to press this in, and then when I put the whole quilt together, I realized that this really makes these tips right here lay much flatter. So we have it. This is it. This is what we've got going on. So in that case, you're going to come on over here. And we're going to go to the design wall. And we are going to put this right in. Oops, I'm sorry. And there is no editing here. This is this is the way I do YouTube videos. You just get me. So now this here will come right down here in this corner, as you could see, right there. And I could turn this any way I like, right? I could put this like this if I want. But I decided that I like it like this. And here we are. I'm looking at everything. I want to make sure everything is the way it's supposed to be. Everything is the way it's supposed to be. So now what I could do is I just come in here and I would go ahead and sew this right here 1/4 inch. And I would come in here, and as you can see, I do have to trim this down to the size just to double check that everything, it's easier when you trim everything down. So I did find after making this that my block was 1/4 inch smaller, my piece block. When I went, it was just shy of the size, and I just didn't really like that so much. So I just really went ahead. Yes, some of my tips are a little cut off. So really, the trick is a scant 1/4 inch. You know, I was just talking about that. If you want perfect. I'm all about just an enjoyment of a snuggly quilt. So I went ahead and I put in my blocks, sewed these together. I have these, sewed these together. And then I'm just going to put my borders right on here. And I have my border fabric. Look at that. And I have my inner border fabric. And this here is my binding. Everything you need for this quilt is in this kit. It's super cute, ready for someone to snuggle up with it. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Take care of yourself and you pass it forward. And please just know these are videos of things that I do. I make things that people send me and I make them. So I hope this has inspired you either to get a kit of your own and make it, or just that quilting can be fun and you just may be watching it just to watch me. So have a wonderful day. If you wouldn't mind on your way out, hitting the thumbs up button, I would appreciate it. Everyone have a wonderful day. Please like, subscribe, and share my channel. Bye.